Richard Morecroft, and welcome to Letters and Numbers, where you'll think you're enjoying yourself because you're thinking and enjoying yourself. First of all, though, they say there is safety in numbers, and when it comes to numbers, there is nobody safer than mathematician Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard.
Hello, Lily. Well, here we are, beginning of a new week. Looking forward to it?
I'm really excited about tonight, but I'm also really excited about the finals at the end of the week.
Looking forward to it. Welcome, Lily. And helping us separate the lingo from the language is David Astle.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
Hi, David. You know, when we think about lingo, that kind of casual language, and we think about what we managed to make with other words, I was actually thinking lingo, garbo. You know,
Yes,
the person who picks up the garbage, we call them the garbo, but then we hear titles like waste recycle manager.
That's exactly
instead.
right. It's called upnaming or uptitling, where we give a job a sort of new status by giving it a new name.
Well, how would you upscale yourself?
Well, I'd either be a linguistic supervisor or an anagram surveillance officer.
Good to see you, David. Welcome. And now to the people who will be firing the letters and numbers in Lily's direction, and also David's, of course, our contestants. First up, our carryover champion, Brett Chaiyawat, an auditor who has played strategy games at an international level. Welcome back, Brett.
Hi, Richard.
Tell us about the record you've kept.
Yeah, I've just noticed I started watching movies quite regularly, so I decided to have a look, try and figure out how many movies I'd actually seen. So
what was the total?
I came up with 1,100.
Oh, that's pretty nice. And you've kept a record of every one.
Yes, I have. Try to update it every time I see a movie.
Excellent idea. Good luck tonight. Great to see you back, Brett.
Thanks, Richard.
And ready to challenge Brett is Rikki, an American student who's currently studying mechanical engineering. She's particularly interested in robots and the logic of programming. So welcome, Rikki.
Hi, Richard.
Now, it's fascinating, that interest in robots. Where in particular would you like that to take you?
So I'm interested in the field of smart prosthetics. So things like bionic arms, where it's like a robotic arm, but it's controlled by the person's thoughts, or things like the cochlear implant, which is basically a machine implanted in a person's ear, which gives them hearing. I just think it's a really cool field, so I'm hoping to be able to get into that one day.
It's going to be your research of the future.
Yeah.
Great to have you here, though.
Thanks.
Good luck tonight. So please welcome Brett Chaiyawat and Rikki Lrwin. So time for our first game of the night. Of course, first game of the week, the letters game, where the aim is to try to make the longest word possible in 30 seconds. You are our carryover champion, Brett. Of course, it's you to start.
I'd like to start with a vowel, please.
Thank you. Let's start the week with an O.
Okay, and another vowel.
I.
Okay, and another vowel.
E.
Okay, and a consonant, please.
T.
Okay, and another consonant.
R.
R, and another one, please.
W.
And let's go for another one.
S.
And a vowel, please.
A.
And I'll finish with a consonant, thank you.
And last letter, N.
Thanks, Lily. First 30 seconds for the night. Well, Brett, you've had the weekend to get your form back into action. How did you go with that first word?
I had a 7, Richard.
And what about you, Rikki?
I had a 6.
Let's go with your 6 first, please.
Rights.
Could you spell that for us?
W-R-I-T-E-S.
Thank you very much, Brett.
And I had winters.
2 nice starts, David.
Great start from both players. Good words. Winters is fine for 7. If you do come on this show, memorise this word, notaries. It does crop up a fair bit, as those letters do. N-O-T-A-R-I-E-S, that's for an 8. And they're, of course, people who officiate a document.
Thank you, David. And good start for Brett on 7 points. Moving straight on to our second letters game tonight. And Rikki, it's your opportunity to choose.
Can I have a consonant? You can, thank you. Let's start with an R. And another consonant. K. And a vowel. O. And another vowel. E. And a consonant. G. And a consonant.
S.
And another vowel.
I.
And a consonant.
Another R.
And another consonant.
And last letter T.
And here's the clock. Well, Rikki, your first selection on letters and numbers, how did you go that time?
I got 6.
And Brett,
I had a 7.
let's start with your 6, please.
Strike.
And Brett?
I had rioters.
Well, we've got good behaviour over here. No rioting going on at
It's
all.
actually a
David.
lot of industrial unrest at the moment, isn't it? We're striking and rioting. Rioters is a great 7. Well done, Brett. Strike, had you only added the R, Rikki, for a striker, which was the 7 that I found. And striker is not just someone who strikes, that is, they stop work, but also it's part of a clapper of a bell, it's a soccer player, it's a cricket player, also a harpooner. So it has many meanings.
Thank you, David. Once again, 7 points for Brett. Well, let's leave the letters behind now and try and get some order into a few numbers. Brett, would you like to select for us, please?
Your favourite numbers worked for me last week, so I'll go for 3 large and 3 small. Thank you, Lily.
3 large and 3 small. Thank you,
Lily,
Brett.
I think it's lovely, isn't it, the way that contestants just learn what's good for them.
Our numbers are 2, 7, another 2, and the 3 large, 75, 125, and the target to reach, 821.
Thanks, Lily. 30 seconds to get there. Well, Brett, you made that very wise selection. How did it go?
I was 2 off.
What did you get?
823.
What about you, Rikki?
I got the same thing.
823 as well. Okay, well, Brett, take us through your method first, please.
I started with 7 plus 2 to get 9.
7 plus 2 is 9.
And then I times that by 100 to get 900.
By 100 is 900.
And then I subtracted 75
Less 75
to
is
get 825.
825.
And then subtracted 2 to get 823.
And take away the 2, 823.
So, well done, Brett. Just 2 off the target. Now, Rikki, you ended up with exactly the same total, but did you do it in the same way?
No, I had a different way.
All right. Show us how you approached it, please.
I did 7 times 100 is 700.
7 by 100 gives you 700.
Plus 75 is 775.
Add the 75 is 775.
And 2 times 25 is 50. So add it on and it's 825.
2 by 25 is 50. Add that on is 825.
Minus 2 is 823.
Minus 2, 823.
2 off the target as well. So, Lily, how did your brain work in those 30 seconds and where did you get to?
Okay, now 7 by 100 gives you 700. Add the 75 is 775. And if you subtract 2 from 25 and multiply that by 2, gives you 46. And if you add 46 to 775, gives you 821.
Well done, Lily. Thank you very much for that. Both Brett and Rikki, 7 points each. That means that Ricky's now on 7, Brett is on 21. We're heading for our first brief break, and that means your first word mix for the week. It's Beau Lost. And the clue this time, free from imperfection. Back after the break.